Cancel your custom PC parts order immediately. Stop whatever you are doing right now. Do not drop $2,000 on a massive desktop tower, and absolutely do not buy a high-end Mac Studio. Cupertino just did something nobody thought they had the absolute guts to do. Apple took their absolute cheapest, smallest entry-level machine and completely destroyed the traditional tech hierarchy in a single evening. They packed a brand new M5 chip inside the tiny Mac Mini, and it changes everything we know about computing. Buying almost any other desktop computer right now is a massive, undeniable financial mistake. I do not say that lightly. Right now, Apple is asking you to drop over $1,000 on their higher-tier machines, but the trade-in value of last year's model just crashed by $300 overnight. That is literal cash evaporating from your pocket while you sit there undecided. But before you run out and blindly buy this tiny silver box, you need to hear about a massive hidden storage trap buried deep in the new architecture. A supply chain leak just exposed exactly how Apple is planning to claw back your savings through artificial performance bottlenecks. I am going to break down the exact math on that today so you can actually keep your hard-earned money. For a very long time, the Mac Mini lived completely in the shadow of Apple's more expensive computers. It was always the ultimate compromise machine. It was the compact box you bought on a strict budget just to check emails, write papers, and browse the web. It was the safe buying decision your grandparents made. But this M5 version turns that entire legacy on its head and transforms the Mini into an absolute weapon. It fits completely in the palm of your hand, yet it possesses raw power that actively threatens desktop towers 3 times its physical size and 3 times its retail price. Let us look at the actual return on investment here because the desktop market is in absolute shambles. If you build a Windows PC today, the cost of a single modern graphics card easily hits $899, or even $1,599 for the high-end stuff. Add in a $400 processor, a $150 reliable power supply, fast NVMe storage, and a giant case. You are looking at a massive financial investment before you even turn the machine on. You are easily dropping $2,500 before you even buy a monitor, a keyboard, or a mouse. And after spending all that money, what is your actual return on investment? You end up with a large, heavy machine that literally heats up your entire room like a space heater. It makes a constant, annoying buzzing noise and pulls ridiculous amounts of electricity directly from your wall. That energy cost is a monthly price hike on your utility bill that nobody in the tech community talks about. If you run a high-end PC for 8 hours a day under heavy editing or rendering loads, you are quietly paying hundreds of dollars extra every single year just to keep the status lights blinking. It is a massive hidden tax on your power bill that completely eats away at whatever performance gains you think you are getting over Apple Silicon. The M5 Mini changes that entire dynamic for a tiny fraction of the cost. Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg has been hinting at a massive silicon leap for months now, but seeing the raw financial math in reality is just wild. When Apple first transitioned away from Intel, it shocked the entire industry. The progress from the original M1 to the M2 was just a natural, predictable evolution. It gave us a nice little daily driver boost, but nothing crazy. The shift to M3 was mostly about efficiency and manufacturing refinement. But the M5 architecture is a massive generational leap that demands a total reevaluation of your entire tech portfolio. Digitimes recently reported on Apple's incredibly aggressive TSMC 3nm yields, and we are seeing the direct financial result of that advanced manufacturing process right here. The M5 pulls a tiny fraction of the electrical power of a giant desktop, yet it delivers performance that used to require a massive, heavy, noisy power supply unit tucked inside a giant metal chassis. This means you can run intensive, hardware-crushing renders all day long while pulling less power from the wall than a standard household light bulb. But wait until you see what they did to the unified memory bandwidth, because this completely rewrites the value proposition from top to bottom. Let us talk about the real magic here, because this is where Ming-Chi's supply chain notes perfectly align with what we are actually seeing on the assembly line. Apple heavily upgraded the neural engine for advanced processing and artificial intelligence workflows. More importantly, they completely blew the doors off the internal memory channels. Now, I will personally believe it when I see it in a proper long-term review under heavy thermal stress, but right now, the delay between your brain thinking of a heavy task and this computer completely finishing it is basically gone. What is the most intense task you run right now? Just think about it for a second. For most people, working with multiple streams of high bitrate video, heavy color grades, and complex timelines makes a standard $1,500 laptop grind to a sudden halt. That is usually the exact moment you get up to make coffee and watch a tiny progress bar crawl across your monitor, wasting your valuable time. Time is money, and waiting on renders is a hidden cost that destroys your daily productivity. On the M5 Mac Mini, there is absolutely no hesitation. You listen for the internal fan to scream like a jet engine taking off, but it barely makes a single sound. It sits quietly on your desk, taking up less physical space than two notebooks stacked together, silently rendering highly detailed three-dimensional scenes without breaking a single sweat. Is that 3nm chip actually worth an extra $200 out of your pocket? Yes, it absolutely is, and here is exactly why. A huge part of this legendary performance comes down to how they finally fixed the memory architecture. We all know Apple faced massive, well-deserved criticism for the insulting 8 GB of base memory in the past. That was aggressive, predatory premium pricing for a severely bottlenecked experience. Trying to get real professional work done on those older machines meant hitting a physical brick wall and watching your system slow to a painful crawl. If you tried to export a project while having other apps open, the system would simply choke and die. But recent supply chain leaks noted earlier this year that Apple was totally overhauling the data path between system storage and memory. Because of this massive bandwidth increase, swapping data back and forth happens at a near instantaneous level. It completely goes against traditional computer logic. Keeping 50 browser tabs open while editing high-resolution images and streaming high-quality music in the background feels completely effortless. There are zero traditional bottlenecks plaguing this hardware design. You no longer have to micromanage your open applications or constantly close tabs just to keep the machine from stuttering or freezing up. The processor upgrade is not even the most aggressive part of Apple's strategy this year. Wait until you see how this machine actively cannibalizes Apple's own professional lineup. Who is this tiny monster actually for? In the past, Apple drew a very sharp line between standard consumer products and their professional computers. They wanted everyday users buying cheap base models, and they forced creators to pay that massive Apple tax for the Pro and Studio lines. They relied on you paying premium pricing just to get a machine that would not choke on a basic 4K video export. But this M5 Mac Mini completely blurs that line until it is invisible. The value proposition here is so aggressive it actively disrupts Apple's own business model. They accidentally created a machine so good that spending thousands of dollars on a high-end Mac Studio looks like a terrible financial decision. Traditional Windows PC builders are looking at this machine with a very high level of concern, but so are the people who just dropped $2,000 on an M2 Mac Studio. The trade-in value on those older Studio models is going to absolutely tank. If you own one, your return on investment is bleeding out as we speak. Imagine buying a premium computer only to watch its real-world value cut in half because a tiny, cheap box can match its raw speed. Shrimp Apple Pro leaked some early benchmark targets a while back, but seeing it deliver equivalent or better real-world performance for a fraction of the cost, size, and power consumption is staggering. This shift forces us to rethink what a modern desktop should look like and how much it should actually cost. By integrating the processor, graphics cores, neural processing units, and memory onto one highly optimized piece of silicon, Apple eliminated the physical distance data has to travel. Shorter distance means less power lost and less heat generated. This completely avoids the thermal throttling that constantly plagues bigger systems. Every time a PC thermal throttles, you are losing money on the hardware you paid for. You paid for 100% performance, but you only get 70% because the fans cannot keep up with the heat. When a Windows PC gets too hot, it intentionally slows itself down to avoid melting. That means you are paying for power you cannot even use during a long work session. The M5 architecture completely bypasses this issue by generating almost no ambient heat to begin with. Of course, raw hardware power means absolutely nothing if the software cannot take advantage of it. This brings us to the ultimate cost-saving reality of the Apple ecosystem. Over the last few years, developers completely rewrote their massive applications to talk directly to the unique architecture of Apple Silicon. When you run an optimized app on the M5 chip, the efficiency is staggering. The software knows exactly which part of the chip to hit for a specific task. Heavy visual workloads hit the graphics cores instantly. Background tasks go straight to the efficiency cores, and complex math hits the performance cores. According to reports from the ELEC, this seamless integration is exactly why Windows machines struggle to compete on a dollar-for-dollar basis. Microsoft has to design an operating system for thousands of random part combinations from hundreds of different manufacturers. They have to constantly worry about drivers, hardware compatibility, and background processes crashing your system. Apple controls every single millimeter of the hardware and every single line of the code. The resulting stability and fluid performance is immediately noticeable the exact second you power the machine on. Now, I told you at the beginning of this video that there was a massive trap hiding inside this redesign, and it is time to look at the exact numbers. Apple is heavily promoting the new 512GB base storage model. They are making it look like an incredible value on paper. It looks like they finally listened to the community, but do not let the slick marketing fool you into a bad buying decision. The NAND flash chips they are using in the absolute base model are heavily restricted. They are routing all 512GB through a single high-density channel instead of splitting it across two parallel chips like they do in the upgraded configurations. What does this mean for your wallet? It means if you buy the base model expecting maximum read and write speeds for heavy video editing, you are going to hit a massive transfer bottleneck. They are offering you a seemingly great entry price, but they are creating artificial friction to force you into the $200 storage upgrade tier. That is exactly where the hidden costs live. If you are doing basic tasks like typing documents, checking emails, or watching videos, save your money and buy the base model. But if you plan to use this as a true workstation for heavy file transfers, you absolutely have to factor that mandatory $200 upgrade into your initial budget. Otherwise, your return on investment will suffer when the machine ages prematurely under heavy swap memory loads. When the system runs out of physical memory, it forces the storage drive to act as temporary RAM. If that storage drive is bottlenecked by a single channel, the entire system slows down to a crawl under heavy pressure. This is the exact strategy Apple uses to maintain their massive profit margins while looking like they are giving you a major discount. They give you a world-class M5 chip. They give you the redesigned smaller chassis, but they trap you on the storage bandwidth. Even with that $200 hidden tax, the math still heavily favors the Mac Mini. You are getting performance that rivals a $2,500 custom PC for roughly $999 out the door. The performance per dollar ratio is completely broken. It completely rewrites what we should expect from an affordable computer. Honestly, this is the first time in years I am telling you to hold off on buying anything else. Ignore the massive desktop towers. Stop looking at expensive components and secure your pre-order for this tiny aluminum box. It changes all the rules of the tech industry. It completely wrecks the secondary market for older computers, and it is easily the single best tech investment you can make this year. My best opinion about this product is that it represents an absolute peak in value for money, provided you dodge the base storage trap. It packs an unbelievable punch in a tiny form factor, forcing the entire industry to rethink desktop computing completely. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.